Hello, my name is Dumpster, and welcome to the dump.
I got it!
That's a drone!
You guys see how
No, that's a drone!
That's a...
Holy shit! I got that on video! I got that on video! Holy shit! You just shot something! You just shot something! What the... Did I not get that on video?
I wasn't in video!
Shut up! Shut up!
The UFO is sliding on his ops.
So I got called to one of our vacant buildings to help or to instruct Duke about installing the box and whatever. So they said, "It's a light on in here." So, okay, cool. So as you can see, there are no light bulbs in here. No light bulbs or light fixtures in here either. We go down to the basement. I don't know if y'all can see this, but all this is water, right? All this is water. So all the dark part that you see right there, between the dark and the light part of the wall, all that's water. As I'm looking, I see, what in the... Like somebody is walking barefoot down here. Oh, I forgot to show you the extra creepy thing about that. Hold on. This is what's next door. And the footsteps are coming from up under this door right here, leading from the cemetery to the back. Nope. Nope. No.
Wait, so ghost in our shoes.
Child participant in DARPA's Project Pegasus, which was the U.S. time-space program at the time of the emergence of different forms of time travel in the U.S. defense technical community. It's been concealed from the American people that time travel existed as the secret twin, essentially, of Project Manhattan, the atomic project. Because at the time that Project Manhattan was being formulated, in the world, some of the world's leading physicists and engineers were being settled in Los Alamos, New Mexico, to develop the atomic bomb. Nikola Tesla's papers from his apartment in the New Yorker Hotel in Manhattan, New York, that had been seized by the War Department upon his death on January 7th of 1943, were forwarded by the president from the National Archives to Los Alamos, and they're still there. That Nikola Tesla's papers were never lost. 25 years later, by 1968, the U.S. defense community had pioneered Tesla teleportation, which is the capability to open up a volatile tunnel in time space through which somebody can pass. And by the fall of 1970, had found a way to adjust the time of the arrival of the individual via teleportation, backward or forward in time. So I was brought in to Project Pegasus as a child participant officially in the fall of 1969.
A child of the deep state. He knows the future.
Okay, I'm videoing this, and this is one of those drones that everybody's talking about. Right there. And at first I thought it was the ghetto bird, but it's not. And it's loud.
Oh my god, here we go.
Here it is.
What is that?
Could this be AI, or did she capture a UFO?
June 2019, the UN proposed the Agenda 2030. It was heavily influenced by the World Economic Forum. It was agreed upon by every nation in the world, but a big part of it is surveillance. Red flag, I would say. So under Agenda 2030, many goals like renewable energy, smart cities, and digital ID were implemented. This one freaked me out. The World Economic Forum, they're the biggest advocates for global digital identity infrastructure. So basically, everyone will have a biometric ID attached to them now.
Wow.
So wherever you travel in the world, biometrically, you can be identified. This is all in the hopes of making the world a better place. And part of the Agenda 2030 that World Economic Forum were involved in, it's called the Great Reset.
Right, which we've heard of.
So after COVID-19, World Economic Forum launched the Great Reset Initiative, and their catchphrase for this whole Great Reset was, "You will own nothing and be happy."
Yes, this officially is happening.
It's been implemented.
Wow.
And that's why there's all these natural disasters being taken over by the government, like this land. So like in Canada, all these places where there's these wildfires,
Right.
it's like, well, this isn't a safe place for anyone to live. So now the government owns it, and now you have to move into this city that we're going to make into a smart city.
Carolinas as well.
What's creepy too, though, is they recently accepted the conversation around cloud seeding. But think about how sketchy it is that it's now illegal to use the technology that, in case of a dramatic wildfire, could put out the fire.
Yeah.
It's like you never know which side you're actually being played on.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy, bro.
In December of 2018, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office issued a number of seemingly out-of-this-world patents to the Navy for a hybrid aerospace undersea craft capable of extreme speeds in both water, the air, and in outer space. A true trans-medium military platform. Technologies such as, quote, a high-temperature superconductor, a high-frequency gravitational electromagnetic wave generator, a force field like electromagnetic field generator, a plasma compression fusion device. This aerospace vehicle utilizing the mentioned components would be able to achieve truly extraordinary feats of speed and maneuverability in all three mediums of air, water, and space. This sounds eerily similar to some of the established 5 observables of UFOs encountered by Navy pilots in recent years.
A patent does not mean it exists, these foos tripping.
Okay, there's the moon. What the fuck is this?
Chi-Town Liddy Fo real.
Have you ever heard of the Oakville Blobs? It started on August 7th of 1994 in the small town of Oakville, Washington. At around 3 in the morning, it began to rain, but it wasn't water. Residents woke up to find their cars and yards covered in a strange jelly-like substance. It was clear and squishy and was relatively tiny. Within hours, people started reporting that they were getting sick. Nausea, dizziness, extreme fatigue, and some even ended up in the hospital. Local police officer David Lacey was one of the first people to notice it. He was out on patrol with a civilian passenger when his windshield got so covered in the slime, he had to stop and use gloves to clean it off. He said it smeared like Vaseline and made it near impossible to see. And after that, he'd become sick as well. Over the next 3 weeks, this mysterious jelly fell 6 different times. A resident named Dottie Hearn collected some of it and brought it to a lab. Initial tests reportedly showed the blobs contained cells that resembled human white blood cells. But when the Washington State Department of Health examined the samples, they found the cells lacked nuclei. They couldn't be human. Another lab claimed they found 2 types of bacteria inside, but no one could really agree on what exactly the blobs were. The theories were actually wild. Some thought it was waste dumped from a plane, but the FAA ruled that out, saying the plane waste is dyed blue and would never be clear like this was. The wildest one I've seen so far is that the government was doing some runs for testing over the Pacific and blew up a family of jellyfish, which was then carried inland with rain. How do people come up with this stuff, bro? I don't understand it. Anyway, no explanation was ever found or given, and no further testing can be done as their supply of samples has dried up. I'm not sure if it's literally, but apparently it's dried up. So what do you think they are, and how did they get there?
Jelly from the sky. What's next, ice cream?
the
Deleting files from the cloud.
Ancient ruins in Burma have popped out of the ground after an earthquake in what is now Myanmar. Okay, this is wild because Burma is actually gorgeous and they have a really rich culture. And unlike many other governments, the Burmese government gave the okay to excavate quickly after these were discovered. They're just starting, but this place is believed to be a palace and it is huge. Myanmar is known for the pagoda. This guy would have been the biggest one if the king that had commissioned it didn't die and an earthquake didn't take a lot of it out. But right behind it, you'll see what it would have looked like if it was finished. I'm not going to begin to try and pronounce that name, but the place is beautiful. Unfortunately, it was also damaged in this earthquake. But the form they use to build these temples is an advanced geometric concept called the forward circle. And the best example of this is their crowning achievement, the Shui Dagon Pagoda. Head to toe, in gold, inside and out, the thing's an absolute unit. Locals say it's 2,600 years old, so we're going to go with that. You got to take a minute and realize how crazy this architecture actually is, though. The forward circle can be used to perfectly break up harmonic ratios in music. It is a fractal, meaning you can zoom into it as much as you want and the form will stay the same. You can even rotate it and the form will stay the same. It is also one of the only hyperbolic fractals. That's advanced geometry. It's used in deep learning for AI models, also used in signal processing, and if we travel through a black hole, we have to use that geometry to navigate it, unless you are an Egyptian. There's a mathematical theory of everything called E8, and if you flatten it, it's the same shape as that pagoda. Myanmar is right between India and Cambodia. All three use harmonics in their architecture. Using new acoustic analysis tools and LiDAR, we are seeing so much stuff that is far more advanced than we ever thought.
Art of the ancient beings.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
Oh no, homie, got his intergalactic get back.
This hiker captured a massive 9-foot tall Bigfoot on camera.
Watch this, y'all.
Check this footage out, y'all. Crypto University here. This is one of the best pieces of footage that we've been able to get our hands on to show you guys. This is a legit Sasquatch that was recorded on rail cam. And if you look closely, you can even see the gray on his beard. You can make out his nose and his facial features.
That's not a bear.
Right now, it's just walking through the woods, throwing trees around. Check out that gray beard. You see pieces of it right there, but you're going to keep watching. You're going to see most of his face. There he goes. Look at his nose. I say this is easily a 8 through 9 footer. This was recorded in East Texas. This is a legit Sasquatch, you guys. Look how wide the shoulders are. Check him out.
That thing is huge. It's videos like this that make me think Bigfoot is real. As you can see, there's a clear defined face on this creature. Apparently a hiker got this on camera, on a strobe camera in East Texas. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
Bigfoot don't like the attention. Leave that dude alone.
You won't find anything about us on the internet. No information exists. We are the illuminated. This is my mom with her friend John at the Rothschild Ball in 1987. This is what we celebrate at Christmas. This is what we celebrate at Christmas. This is what we celebrate at Christmas. This is what we celebrate at Christmas.
Error. Signal not received.
Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Have eyewitness photos, crystal clear photos of these orbs also now being published. Do those look like drones to you?
No, they look like embryos.
Yeah, they look like some sort of embryo or some sort of massive, I don't know, circular orb with some sort of field around them, hovering. And this is what we're seeing now. So, again, also other eyewitnesses seeing these sort of like wheel within a wheel. Like something like right out of the Bible. Look at these. This is over New Jersey. Does that look like some sort of any kind of a drone that you've ever seen before? Well, the problem is we don't know because no one's telling us. And even in front of Congress, they're not. So that even looks like biblical drawings, like a wheel within a wheel, like Ezekiel, right? I mean, you have drawings like this going back thousands of years, by the way. Some of these from the 1600s right here. These sort of wheel within a wheel on the sky. What are these things?
The Wheel of Time. The infinite loop of life. Thanks for watching, stupid humans. Stay dumb, please.